Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot and astrology for May 11th through the 17th of 2020. We've got a lot going on in terms of astrology this week, so let's get right into it here. We have Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn all retrograding this week here. So this is going to urge us really to rethink our priorities, our strategies, our relationships, and our desires. Mercury also moves into Gemini, so it's going to bring up our communication, our interest in communication, and our ability to really have a lot of conversations. And we're going to be in the mood to just talk, say what's on our mind, say how we're feeling. We also have Mars moving into Pisces, and we're going to be fighting from a place of really deep beliefs and spirituality there. Venus, so let's get back into those retrogrades. Venus goes retrograde in Gemini starting this week, and it retrogrades for about 6 weeks every year and a half, 2 years. So this could bring up a lot of hearing from and reigniting old relationships with past lovers, old flames, people that, we haven't heard from in a while, and suddenly we're interested in again, and we want to hear from it. We want to see how they're doing. This is an extremely karmic time, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of unaddressed issues within a relationship. The Gemini energy really helps us to focus in on what's previously been said, especially if you're in relationships or you're dealing with somebody from the past, somebody that's coming back in. This Jupiter retrograde here in Capricorn has you looking back really on your beliefs that inform really your view of the world there, and it's going to retrograde until September 13th. We have Saturn starting its retrograde as well in Aquarius, and it will move later on into Capricorn and retrograde until September 29th. So this is going to bring up a lot of our limitations, our restrictions, our anxiety, our fear in relation to really our responsibilities. Maybe are going to be very tested, and we're going to be forced to learn more responsibility and how to step up to the plate on things, where we have needed to. It could be very hard but valuable lessons here, and offers us to really change and offers us to really recognize and admit the problem and work on it. So that's the astrology right now. We're going to get into the tarot, okay? Alrighty, my Cancers, Cancer Sun, Moon, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Venus. We're looking with the Wildwood Tarot at your week ahead for May 11th to 17th here. I'm going to have a drink of water, and we're going to get into this. It's a very deep week for pretty much, I would say, every sign that I've read for, honestly. I only have a few left after you. And it's been a really intense read, I feel, for most signs. And it's probably has a lot to do with the astrology at play. You're definitely feeling it. We got stuff going on here. So, let's have a conversation. Ooh. All right, we might need to pull some clarifiers as we go. But for a lot of people, and including yourself, this is a time of inner transformation, inner initiation, and with the moon on the water here showing up. And I'm just going to hold it up upright because, I don't know, for some reason, this card in particular doesn't feel it has an upright or a reversal. It just feels like the moon on the water. There's reflection here. And again, like I said, this is a time for inner transformation, to heed that inner voice that's been pushing at you and start to really recognize what it's saying, where it's taking you. This is really a time for stillness, contemplation, and working through some stuff. So it could see you working through a lot of deeper emotional places here and feeling things on a deeper level this week. There's a lot of really, it just feels like there's a real huge opening for you this week. It just feels things are culminating in really big ways and opening up for you in huge ways, because you have some very powerful cards here. Four of Bows also shows up as your theme this week. So there'll be harmony, celebration, and it just feels like you guys are celebrating where you've gotten to, that you've gotten to a certain goal. You could be really feeling very good, especially in terms of if you've been trying to move or something to do with the home and the people closest to you. There's a lot to celebrate there, and a lot of support and harmony to be felt. Celebration really, is the name of the card here, and we can't really ignore that either, right? Feels beautiful. It's very, I don't know, you're feeling very Cancerian this week. Not that you never not feel Cancerian, but it just feels, oof. a deeply felt and beautiful week, beautiful transformation here. The World Tree shows up along with the Ace of Stones, the foundation of life here, for your emotions this week, for how you're feeling. And the World Tree is a sense of, I mean, it's the world, really. So it shows that we have grown to a certain point, and this is the time to really recognize how much we've grown. I mean, we see the full year played out on this tree, you know, winter, or I guess spring, summer, fall, winter, because I guess I'm looking at it a little backwards here, but it's renewal, it's completion of a cycle and a new beginning here. So we're feeling at the cusp of a brand new, very exciting and very prosperous, very structured and secure, prosperous foundation here that we're starting on. I mean, this is literally the foundation of life. Excuse me, guys, I don't know what's going on with my voice today. I've been doing a lot of readings this week, so maybe that's it. We're gonna power through, maybe have some tea. But this is a really wonderful and just really secure, happy, stable new beginning for you, and you feel it in your spirit. You feel that you have created a new foundation for yourself that's a lot, I would say, happier, more fulfilled, and leaves anything that is less than that behind that was within you. Career is looking really nice. It's looking interesting. We're going to talk about career because this is where we might need to pull some clarifiers. First, you have the 8 of Vessels here, which is rebirth, the 8 of Cups, leaving one situation that has maybe not been very emotionally fulfilling and seeking out something more fulfilling, more emotionally, not so much intoxicating, that's a really weird way to put it, more emotionally fulfilling, really. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by my voice here, but rebirth shows up as a little keyword there. So this is a time of rebirth, and I feel that after this Scorpio full moon, you guys are at this new sense of who you are. You've released a lot of what was, plaguing you, holding you back, a lot of your burdens, your emotional burdens especially, and the ones that had to do with work and your satisfaction there, as well as your beliefs in your own abilities. So there's a lot less fear that we're not good enough, it feels to me. And what shows up after that 8 of Cups is the Tower, or the Blasted Oak in this deck. So when this card shows up, I mean, whenever the Tower shows up, there's circumstances that, and this card has been showing up a lot this week, which is why I feel on a collective energy scale, we're all going to be going through our own Tower moments this week, where things get thrown at us that we didn't expect, sudden endings, sudden opportunities that offer a real shift in your life here, something that falls apart so that something else can grow. The Tower is a real, lightning bolt, literal lightning bolt moment in this deck, and we're falling out of the Tower. The falsities are falling away, the masks are coming off, and we're seeing things for how they are as we fall down here. So let's look at really what this Tower moment, this 8 of Cups moment is about. And I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat. Some people get real mad and offended about that, but I am a human being, and it's allergy season. I've been doing a lot of work this week, and I don't have much of a voice right now, so I'm sorry. But let's see here. Wow, let's see. It's success. Whatever this is, it's good. Wow, this is good. So whatever is coming in, what this Blasted Hope brings into your life here, what it's striking you with and shifting is really quite powerful. Very powerful. And putting you in a position of having a lot more power and taking things in a new direction. It brings in this Ace of Wands, this 6 of Bows. 4 cards came out in relation to these cards here, the Archer and then the Green Man. So I'm just going to hold 2 up at a time so I'm not juggling too much. But the Ace of Wands, or the Ace of Bows, whatever you want to call it here, is, the Ace of Wands is a new beginning. For me, it shows up often, especially in relation to career, as a new opportunity and offer. A new creative, maybe idea, maybe a new project that you're really excited about that's being presented to you. or that you are presenting and having a lot of success in. Six of Bows, which is abundance, comes out after that. That's beautiful. That shows success. I mean, look at all that food that they've got there. There's a fire. It just feels really warm and inviting and happy. It's celebration for, you know, a job well done and moving. Sixes are always moving forward in the right direction. Your higher self is pushing you forward in the right direction and wants you to know that wherever you're headed right now, whatever this Tower brings in, it is actually success. And asks you to take aim towards new goals and opportunities and really get things into alignment as you push on forward here. And with the Green Man, you're stepping into a position of power, of authority, taking things into control and creating here. I mean, this is the Emperor energy here. So it's being the master of your emotions, being the master of all of these aspects of yourself and creation and in control in certain things that make you able to really realize your ideas, to have the intelligence and abilities to create something, to lead something, and to make something happen. It also could be putting you in a position of more power and authority, you know, getting a raise, getting a new job because of it, getting a sudden offer from a better place that you're like, wow, this is what I want, but now I have to decide which way I'm going to go. And I would say whatever comes in this week, I would move on from where you have been and move towards this because it feels incredible. Your advice, let's get love. Almost forgot about love here. Eight of Bows here is love, which is hearth fire. There's a lot of warmth. I mean, usually the Eight of Bows shows movement, progression, but this really talks about the communication and the warmth of family, the warmth and heart fire really of a relationship. So communication is key this week, and it brings a lot of togetherness and closeness and understanding of each other. It has you also progressing forward as a couple, moving towards the goals that you want. There's just a real ease to communication this week. And if you're single, you know, get yourself out there and start talking to people. This is a great week to do so and to start a real good repertoire, it feels, with somebody that, you know, you just find real ease talking to, that you also find very attractive. And there's a real, it's a real good balance there between you. 10 of Cups is your advice this week. So happiness, focus on happiness. What's going to truly make you happy and fulfilled emotionally is what you need to focus on and what you need to give energy to this week. Giving energy to love, to your own happiness and the happiness of all around you, of the life around you that also provides you in turn with happiness. So fulfillment is the name of the game this week. And this is a really beautiful week for you, very powerful. And yes, the Tower, or, you know, the Blasted Oak is here, but this energy is everywhere for everyone this week, and it has a lot to do, I think, with the retrogrades that are forcing us to really rethink a lot about our priorities, our emotions, and our desires, our relationships. So let's look here at a couple of oracle cards. Oh my gosh, let's not throw them. Jesus. Okay, here we go. Wow, flirt. And to me, again, yeah, this is a very flirty energy. Hearth fire is very flirty if you're not in a relationship. And even if you are in one, it's very just like fun and communicative. And like, I'm going to show you how I feel. I'm going to show you a little PDA. So yeah, extend your lighthearted energy to others this week. It's really beautiful. Let's now get a... Let's get a Lindsay Andrews Power Deck card. All right, let's see. Imagination is your card this week. Exploring the wilderness of your own soul through contemplation brings you to the altar of your imagination. To have a circle of imagination in your being, walk with the untamed, wild, instinctual side of your nature, all the time knowing its power. Like a woman aware of her own pregnancy and yet moving through the round of daily tasks. You need not focus on the unborn life for its nature to continue to grow. Remember always that inspiration comes after reflection, after the seed of creativity is planted. When you actually begin your creative work, the energy of the universe comes to you and imagination flows. What a beautiful sum up of your energies this week. I mean, with the cards, I mean, it's perfect, amazing, incredible. So have a wonderful, wonderful and blessed week, my lovely Cancers. Do be sure to subscribe. Do be sure to leave me a like, a comment, guys. I love hearing from you, and I really appreciate all of your support. If you do want to book a private reading, guys, I am still doing 20% off of all of my readings right now, so take advantage of that, and all the information on booking is in the description box below this video. Also, guys, if you were interested in getting, an astrology analysis, a compatibility analysis, numerology analysis, Truly Divine is a really incredible site that offers all of these things, and they're more in depth than any other astrology chart analysis that I've gotten, any other birth chart thing I've gotten, compatibility, numerology. Like, they blew them all out of the water. I cannot tell you how impressed I was. It was like 17 pages of information that was so on point. It was crazy. So do check them out, guys. You can use my code Deku30 as many times as you like, and give it to as many people as you like, and always get 30% off of your orders through them. So check that out, guys, and have a wonderful and blessed week. Namaste.